Good afternoon, students. In our previous class, we have discussed about the meaning of business and the features of business, that is economic activity. So today we are going to start our second type of economic activity, that is profession. So as I discussed earlier that there are three types of economic activity. The first one is business, second is profession, and third is employment. Today we are going to start our second economic activity, that is profession. It is economic activity because it is also related with money and it is also related with earning profits, and employment we will discuss later on. So profession means, we not only use the term profession in our daily communication, but also sometimes interact with different professionals in our society, like doctors. We interact with doctors, we interact with lawyers and others like chartered accountants. Sometimes we interact with an architect. So these are the professionals because they have some specialized knowledge in their particular profession, in their field. So what does it mean? Profession means it is that economic activity which is conducted by a person having some special knowledge and skill. So it is economic activity which is conducted by a person who has a knowledge in particular field, which is used impartially to serve various sections of the society. So these specialized knowledge, the professionals serve their provide their services to the various sections of the society. For example, doctors, chartered accountants, architects, lawyers. So these are the examples of professionals. So they are related with some professions. See, next is Professor Dalton F. Mark MC Furland gives some features. So there is first feature is specialized knowledge and techniques. So what he says in this feature, he said that specialized knowledge means study about a particular profession, study about a particular field. That specialized knowledge means when we study about a particular field is known as specialized knowledge. So what does it mean? That this is the first and important feature of profession. So the professional should have specialized knowledge and he has some technical skills. An ordinary person cannot run a profession because he has not any specialized knowledge for particular field. See, you and me, we can't say that we are the doctors, we are the advocates. Why we can't say that? Because we don't have any knowledge about the medical stream and we don't have about any knowledge about the law field. So the person who acquired the specialized knowledge for their particular field and he has technical skills for that field, only then we can say that he is a professional. So next point is formalized method of acquiring training and experiences. So see, there should be always a provision for training and experience in the profession. Means it means only that human activity can be called a profession, the knowledge of which is imparted by some institutions. हम उन्हीं पर्सनस को ही कह सकते हैं कि ये एक प्रोफेशनल हैं जो किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन से कोई भी अपनी नॉलेज या फिर अपनी ट्रेनिंग वगैरह गेन करते हैं. क्लियर. सो थर्ड वन इज एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव प्रोफेशनल एसोसिएशंस. There is a third feature of establishment feature of profession, that is we have to establish a representative professional association. So what does representative professional association means? Any institution, any body that is the professional is registered under that particular association. See, there are some bodies, some associations for the doctors, Medical Councils of India. Okay, and the second one is for lawyer, Bar Council of India. Okay, these are the associations, these are the professional bodies. And if I talk about the chartered accountants, so there is also an association in India, that is Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India for chartered accountants. So what they are doing, firstly these association has to regulate the behavior of its members. Secondly, they will create the code of conduct. Code of conduct means rules and regulations which are followed by its members who are registered under these professional associations. And after that these associations will be determine the minimum qualification for its member. After that they will determine the some rules and regulation to enter in the profession. So all these rules and regulation they have to follow for the professionals. Okay, so fourth point is code of conduct. Code of conduct, I have also I had discussed earlier that some rules and regulations which are followed by its members, that is code of conduct. See, some dress codes are there, some business places, office places there. So these are the rules and regulations for the professionals. There is a different dress code for the doctors and different dress code for the lawyers. So this is required and strictly followed by its members. So next one is priority to service, not to profit. So that is the important point. In the professions, all the professionals give the importance to the service, not to the profit. Firstly, they will provide their services to their clients, their patients. So after that, they will get their charges from that particular person. So in this case, importance is given to service, not to the profit. Thank you so much.